strong and secure dog leashes. Zouga Dog Gear is a new company on the dog gear market. They reached out to me about a month ago to ask if I wanted to be an affiliate for their new dog gear. Since I don't like to be an affiliate for any product I haven't personally tested myself, I let the company know this, and they were nice enough to give me a credit to purchase a couple of leashes from their store. These leashes have been amazing. So let me just tell you a couple of the features of these leashes. The biggest selling point to me as the owner of a dog who struggles with some reactivity is that these are actually strength tested to withstand 500 pounds of force. 500 pounds. So, I mean, maybe if your dog is really, really big and really, really pulls on the leash, they might exceed 500 pounds, but I can't think of a situation where either of my dogs would be able to get more force than that. So these are super strong, which is fantastic. The other thing that I love about these, they have a locking carabiner clip attachment, so your dog is not going to get loose. Just take a peek at this. It rotates, it clips down, and then it auto locks when it goes back on the dog. So let's do that one more time. Rotate down, and then it snaps back up. Super secure. Your dog should not be able to get loose from this. Both of the Zouga dog leashes, because there are 2 leashes and a collar currently in their store, both of the leashes right now are convertible leashes that can be handheld or waist worn. And they have a little bit of a different attachment for their handle part of the leash here. So this one I have set up to be handheld right now. And it's got this, what they call a Zouga aluminum quick connect. It's supposed to be a little bit more durable because this aluminum here can get like stuck on a car door and not break, or things like that. So essentially it just threads through. It's a little putsy and it's a little tight. The company says that they kept it a little bit tight just to make sure that it wasn't gonna undo on its own, right? So it's made to be a little bit tight. And so I'll just show that again. You just thread it through like this. All right, like that. And then it's nice and secure. When I asked the company about their strength testing, they said that it was strength tested up to 500 pounds is the warranty. It does go a little past that, but don't try that, and make sure you're nice and secure and safe. And the part that breaks is the kind of attachment through the metal buckle there. It's typically the first part to go. It is not the buckle itself, it is not the carabiner, and it's not the leash, but it's the webbing through this aluminum where it's kind of bent. I found that out on the trail, this attachment point has been, again, a little putsy for me to learn, but it has been very secure and it's held up very well. You might not be able to see it in this video, but the leash is pretty dusty at this point because we've taken it out for several hikes to make sure that it's a good quality before we recommend it to all of you fine folks. And it's withstood well. It's a little dusty. It's getting a little bit of kind of fray on just the fabric there on the bungee part of the one leash, but it was like rubbing against trees and bark, and I think it's withstood pretty well. The other little wear point is a little bit of scratching on the aluminum there, but overall still looks good, it's held up really well. So there are 2 different styles of leashes that this company makes. The Rambler is kind of the everyday leash, so that's the one I'm holding right now. So again, waist worn handheld, it's just a flat leash with the attachment point. The second leash is my favorite. I'm going to probably be taking it out for backpacking trips, things like that, because it has this bungee to it. And I don't like using a bungee in crowded places, but when I'm out on the backcountry trail, Glia and I hike a lot of backcountry trails where she has to be on a leash, and she honestly doesn't have good enough recall to be off of leash anyway. But this is the Wayfarer, is the one with the bungee. It is the same aluminum quick connect carabiner, I guess this one might not be aluminum's here, but it's an auto locking carabiner, has a traffic handle here, the bungee, and then it goes up again to a convertible waist worn handheld. This one is longer, so if I hold them both up, they're both in kind of the handheld mode. on the Wayfarer. The Rambler is a little over 5 feet, not quite 6 feet, and the Wayfarer is around 7 feet. So that's kind of the length there. And the other leashes that I've historically been using are going to be the flat out leash from Roughwear. And I've been using a Tough Mutt leash. It's a 4-foot one with a bungee. This bungee is not as bungee as the Zouga is. That detaches from its waist belt. I really think that I like the Zouga leash better than the Roughwear flat out, and that's mostly just for the main reason that I don't like this tail and clip. So you can see the tail and clip here, and it's been really secure for me, but it's kind of bulky, and I always worry that if Glia is rolling, she could push that and open up the clip and be free. But this does come in prettier colors than the Zouga leash, so there is that. It has the same traffic handle. This one does not have bungee, although Roughwear does have options with bungee in it. It has a little bit more padded of a handle than the Zouga leash, and it does have this little attachment spot so you can clip things onto the leash. So that's something to consider, but I don't know that the look of it is worth the slightly less secure clip there. The clips size-wise are kind of similar, but this one, again, just a push there. Whereas this one, I have to actually twist it first. If I just push it, nothing happens. This has to be twisted and pushed. Okay. The Tough Mutt, I like the bungee on the Tough Mutt because when I compare how bungee they are, the Zouga leash has a lot of give. And the Tough Mutt is the one that stops giving. So you can see this one alone, big bungee. Not as much bungee. It does bungee, but it's a stronger bungee. Not that it means it's like more secure, stronger, but it has more resistance, if that makes sense. And so when I'm hiking with dogs with the bungee, the more that it gives, I find that dogs will pull against it a little bit more because they know that it gives. And so I would like a little bit more resistance in the bungee here, but it does well. It's strong, it's secure, it's held up really great. The one feature of the Tough Mutt that I really haven't found in another dog leash is that it detaches from the waist belt with a clip like this. And so when I'm walking with 2 dogs, I could put 2 leashes on this attachment here, and then I can have 2 dogs connected. And since I have Glia and Sasha, I sometimes do hike with both of them together and want them to both be on the same waist belt. And so that's my little recommendation or hope that Zouga comes out with something like that in the future. Because if they can make a waist belt with an auto locking carabiner that's really secure and stands up to their 500 pounds of force testing, and then you could hook 2 different leashes to it, I think that would just be the best thing I could have for out on the trail. So this is my brief overview of Zouga Dog Leashes. I just wanted to give you guys a quick look at this new product while it's new and fresh. Because I am signing up to be an affiliate, now that I do like these leashes, I do have a coupon code that you guys are welcome to use. It's Positively Intrepid, and you can enter that at checkout for a 20% off. I'll write that down in the description below so you guys can find that. And then I am pausing. But I was just basically going to say that thank you guys for subscribing to this channel. If you can like the video, that would be fantastic. I really appreciate all of you coming back here. I know I haven't been super active this year, but one of my goals for 2020 is to get more of these YouTube videos up. So far we've been doing a lot of gear reviews, but if you guys are interested in training tips or backpacking guides or things like that, I am looking to expand a little bit there. And in the next couple of weeks, I'm hoping to get out a nice holiday gift guide, some of my favorite gear from this year for you guys to look at as you're shopping for gifts for your dogs or your dog-loving friends. But again, thank you guys so much for watching this channel. I'm Kate. Again, the 2 dogs that often show up are going to be Glia and Sasha, and you've probably seen them throughout this video as I show some clips of the products. But any questions, go ahead and comment below. I'd be happy to answer questions. But I've really been impressed with these dog leashes, and it's just so nice to know that there's a company out there that is strength testing to make sure that they're withstanding force and not breaking and not letting dogs get loose. The worst thing in my mind is when you think you have your dog on a leash, but you don't. I've had leashes where I've clipped them before, and the clip has like opened up, it's been jammed with sand or things like that, and the dog runs off, and my dogs never run far, they come back, they're good pups, but I would really worry about that in a bad situation. And I haven't had a leash break on me in my experience yet, but I've heard of people who've gotten products with the leashes break. So a secure dog leash is a fantastic thing, and these do have a lifetime warranty on them, which is nice too. So I'm hoping they come up with some more fun colors and some more options for us in the future, but these first product lines are fantastic. So check out Zouga Dog Gear. Again, I will link their website below so that you can go and look at the products in more detail. All right, thanks for watching, everyone.